a sales workflow with Monday.com. My name is Robert Horan. I'm a service delivery manager here at AdTech, and I'll be your presenter for this session. I'll start by giving you a little background information on AdTech and Monday.com. I'll then show you why Monday.com is the best choice for building your sales and CRM solution. We'll then go into detail on how you can build your own sales workflow with Monday.com. And finally, I'll give you some takeaways that will sum up everything that we've discussed. AdTech is a global organization that combines efficiency and technical expertise to provide innovative results within the software development lifecycle. We have been delivering software services and DevOps expertise for over 15 years and have grown to 200 employees with a global footprint. Our headquarters is located in Princeton, New Jersey, and we have additional offices in Los Angeles, India, and Singapore. AdTech provides DevOps expertise and specializes in build and release management, continuous integration and deployment, workflow configuration and management, consulting, and more. We are the creators of Code Factory, a hosted and managed software development solution providing higher uptime, no upgrade costs, a fully managed, hosted, and customizable software environment, enabling your dev teams to work the way they need to, unrestricted by their tools. We collaborate with customers of all sizes to build custom solutions that are tailored to meet their specific needs. AdTech is here to help with your data migrations as well. Whether you're moving to a data center, cloud, or hybrid environment, AdTech has the knowledge and expertise to help you plan and execute your migration from start to finish. Our products include Excellent Table, a full-featured, dynamic, and collaborative spreadsheet that was built for Confluence. We're hard at work currently on an integration that will bring Excellent Table to Monday.com as well. Code Factory, which as we previously mentioned, is a complete solution for software development teams, providing managed cloud hosting for all your dev tools. And Unstoppable, our 508 compliance solution, which provides your DevOps tools with enhanced compliance and usability options for visually impaired users. Monday.com was founded in 2012 with the goal of addressing deep shared pain points that affect teams across many organizations. Today, Monday has over 700 employees that are spread over 6 global locations. They have over 130,000 customers spread across 190 countries, spanning over 200 industries. Their customers include such familiar names as Universal Pictures, Uber, and PayPal, just to name a few. So let me tell you about what Monday.com is. What is Monday.com? It's a work operating system, or work OS, that empowers teams to run projects and workflows with confidence. Monday.com describes itself as the visual platform that manages everything, and for good reason. Visuals are an amazingly powerful tool for team management. They allow you to convey vast amounts of information to others in an instant without any words. With so many work and productivity tools to choose from, many of which are hyper-focused on project management, it would be forgivable to assume that Monday.com is just another project management tool. And while Monday.com does provide the collaboration, planning, and scheduling tools you need to manage your projects, it does not stop there. Monday.com uses a combination of boards and charts to help you plan, organize, and track your work. Sales teams love Monday.com for its flexibility, emphasis on visuals, ease of customization, and most importantly, its focus on process instead of individual tasks, which is one of the main differentiators and features that separates Monday.com from other project management tools. Most project management tools simply break projects down into various tasks and rely on hierarchies, while the actual management of the work is done outside of these tools. It can be difficult to get a clear sense of where a project stands based solely on its tasks and statuses. We often don't know where things stand within a single task, so adding hierarchies into the equation can further muddy the waters. Even when tasks are marked as done, there can still be many unknowns left behind, so we ask questions, hold meetings, and engage in lengthy branching email threads to fill in the gaps. Getting to this point means that your tools probably aren't helping you get your work done in a faster or better way. Monday.com alleviates this by organizing your work into grids called boards. Why? Because people think in grids, not hierarchies. Grids are an intuitive, flat way to organize information, which is why boards in Monday.com are set up as grids. Of individual items, one per row, and each item can have multiple pieces of data associated with it. These are the columns. Columns contain information about your items. You can use them to track names, email addresses, statuses, and so much more. Everything starts with a board. And to help you hit the ground running, Monday.com provides over 200 predefined board templates and over 30 column types that you can use to build and customize the board and workflow of your dreams. Boards also allow you to group your items together as you need. Here, you see groups that are based on lead category. So you see incoming leads and active leads. You can also group items to define teams, project phases, or anything else that helps you categorize your work. I mentioned earlier that Monday.com is a visual tool. While the main board helps you keep your data organized, board views allow you to visualize your data in many different ways, allowing you again to convey vast amounts of information to others instantly, wordlessly, because these visuals are going to speak for themselves. And there are many different views you can choose from to visualize your data. As you can see from the animation in the lower right corner, you can add multiple views to a board. Once added, shortcuts to each view will be located at the top of your board for you to access whenever you need. Once you've set up your views, you can switch between your views using a single click. Now, one of the greatest features of Monday.com is its ability to work on your behalf, reducing or eliminating the time, effort, and cost it takes to complete manual tasks successfully. With integrations, you can turn your Monday.com account into your personal work hub. Monday seamlessly integrates with multiple apps, so you can continue using the tools you love while working with your data in one place, in real time. App integration allows you to seamlessly connect Monday.com to over 50 tools, such as Slack, Gmail, and Jira. Workflow automations eliminate manual repetitive tasks, allowing you to focus on what matters most, closing deals faster. You can push notifications to your integrated tools to stay on top of deals or other tasks, and even automatically create new lead entries based on emails that land in your inbox. Now I'd like to tell you a little bit more about why Monday.com is the perfect tool to meet your sales and CRM needs. According to an online survey of 1,000 customers aged 18 to 64 conducted by Epsilon, 80% of respondents indicated that a personalized experience is a deciding factor in whether or not they'll do business with a company, with 90% indicating that they find personalization appealing. Now, how can one company accomplish all of this? Customer Relationship Management, or CRM for short. CRM is an umbrella term for everything that helps you cultivate and manage customer relationships, but CRM software is a platform that makes cultivating those relationships possible. Monday's flexible CRM solution can manage the entire customer lifecycle, from marketing campaigns to sales pipelines and client projects. Using Monday.com's CRM solution, you can capture leads and manage your contacts, build and manage your sales pipeline, sync with external tools and automate your workflows, and consolidate your data. With Monday.com, you can get started in minutes by selecting and customizing ready-made sales and CRM templates, saving you the time and effort you would have spent creating new boards from scratch. The CRM template effectively captures leads, tracks sales pipelines, and manages contracts. With this template, you can easily forecast revenue, generate insights, and learn where to focus your efforts. You can also use templates to create a centralized place for all sales materials, case studies, brochures, decks, and more. You can use it to track new content creation and alert sales reps when docs are ready to share. The contacts template will help you manage your contact information in one secure place so you can stay up to date with all your deals. With your boards all set up, you'll be able to centralize all of your customer data. Leverage integrations and automation to manage all client interactions, emails, contact info, and related documents in one organized communication hub. And add views to your boards or create dashboards to visualize all of your data so that your sales team can soak it all up at a glance. You and your team will be able to monitor sales team activity, easily track the status of all deals, and effectively manage sales rep capacity. Now that you've seen a little of what Monday.com can do, let's talk about how you can build your own sales workflow. So first, implementing a good lead management process ensures you'll never miss out on opportunities. Therefore, the first step in creating a sales workflow is to set up a lead management board. This will be the first of 3 boards we'll cover. In this example, we've broken our board down into groups: incoming leads, qualified leads, and unqualified leads. The leads board will be used by sales development representatives, or SDRs. They will reach out to each lead and determine if the lead is qualified or unqualified. That determination will be reflected on the board via a status column named qualified. Once a lead is defined as qualified, essentially by changing the value of that cell, it will be handed over to the sales team. We'll cover how that's done shortly. It's important for your sales representatives to get a clear understanding and a full understanding of who their leads are and what companies they belong to. A tool like Clearbit can provide all of this information. And if you're not familiar with Clearbit, Clearbit is sales intelligence software that scours the internet, going through millions of data points in real time to obtain actionable intelligence from multiple sources like web pages, social media, legal and government records, SSL certificates, and more. If you use Clearbit, Monday.com can use an integration rule to pull information from that tool and insert it directly into your board. Now we're going to cover how that's done shortly as well. But first, I'd like to talk about how you can create new leads without having to lift a finger. So how do you create new leads? Well, once your leads board is set up, you'll be able to create a form that potential customers can fill out and submit to you. These forms can be embedded into websites or shared via a URL. When someone fills out and submits a form, Monday.com will automatically create a new item in the leads board under the new leads category. This will allow you to generate new leads instantly, instead of gathering information from your clients and then spending more time inputting it into the platform. The information added to the form will be used to populate the corresponding fields in the lead management board. You can make these form fields optional or required as you see fit. In this scenario, as you can see in this example, the email address is not, but should probably be considered a requirement. And to understand why I say that, we need to have a look behind the scenes for a moment. So here are a few of the ways that Monday.com could do the heavy lifting for you automatically so that you don't have to. And we talked about this briefly a moment ago, but at the top we have an integration rule for Clearbit, followed by a set of automation rules. We spoke about integrations earlier and how they can be used to turn Monday.com into your information hub. Here's one way to make that happen. At the top in blue, we have configured an integration with Clearbit. By doing so, when a new lead comes in, Monday.com will take the lead's email address and use it to fetch information about that lead from Clearbit. That information will then be added to your leads board without you or your SDR team having to take any action at all. Next, you'll see a pair of automation rules for the lead management board. Once a lead is defined as qualified by your SDR team, again, simply by updating the lead's qualification status on that board, that lead will be handed over to your sales team via these rules, which add the lead to both your CRM and sales pipeline boards. Lastly, you can then set up another automation on both your CRM and sales pipeline boards that sends an email notification to your sales team leaders when a new qualified lead has been added to their board. Now, so far, the leads have created their own entries by filling out forms. Lead information has been populated automatically, and with a simple status change, leads have been handed over to your sales team, and the sales team leaders have been notified. So by using integrations and automations in your solution, you can say goodbye to manual work. Now I'd like to talk about the CRM board. And just to recap, a CRM organizes all of your customer details, making it easier for your team to track customer relationship status. And it does this by helping you keep a record of information that you can reference at any time. So in this example, the CRM board has been split into three categories: incoming leads, active users, and lost leads. And so incoming leads are coming directly from your lead management board. They've been qualified by your SDR and were added to this board via automation. They may have taken some preliminary steps towards being a customer, say by starting a product trial, but they haven't been converted into paying customers yet. Active users is a group for active and paying customers. And lost leads are leads that have been contacted by your sales team but are no longer interested in moving forward with your organization. These three categories have been set up to track the relationship status, and you'll notice that there are a number of extremely helpful data columns, such as email, location, and phone, that provide a wealth of information about your leads that you can easily refer back to at any time. Ensuring you have a good sales pipeline is a crucial part of that workflow process as well. By setting up a sales pipeline board, you can easily monitor all of the leads that each sales representative is taking care of at a glance. With this board, you can track negotiations, see if a sales rep has too many leads or possibly not enough, and allocate new incoming leads in the smartest way possible. In this board, we've organized leads into the following groups: new leads, in process, and monthly deal closure groups. New leads, just as with the CRM board, are the qualified leads from the lead management board that were added via automation. The in process category are all the deals that are still in the sales process and have not been closed yet. And finally, you'll see the monthly deal closure groups. And by that I mean April, March, February. Each group represents a month. Whenever a deal is closed, whether it is won or lost, the lead will be moved from the in-process group to its corresponding month based on the closing date. As you might imagine, some information about your leads will be common between boards. Rather than asking you to manage and maintain identical data points in each board separately, by connecting your boards and mirroring information from one or more boards to another, you can easily make changes to any source board, and the changes will be reflected in the target boards as well. Mirror columns allow you to display information from any other boards into one single board. Here you see a close-up of the CRM board, and in the column headers you can see several rounded arrow icons. These are mirror columns that are pulling in information from the sales pipeline board. On this board, the mirror columns are pulling the sales representative, the negotiation phase, the plan the user purchased, and the amount of the deal closed. By doing so, each time an update is made in the sales pipeline board, the CRM board columns will be updated automatically. Now, are you tired of manually sending emails to all your leads? If so, the email integration is just what you're looking for. By integrating with an email tool such as Gmail or Outlook, you can transform emails into action items and automatically align everyone to stay seamlessly connected. So now let's think back to our sales pipeline board for a moment. When a new lead is added to the board, the sales team leader will assign this lead to a sales representative by updating the sales field. Using this integration, when a sales representative is assigned, a welcome email will be sent to the lead on behalf of that sales representative automatically without you having to take any action. At the top, you can see the automation recipe that is used to make this happen. This recipe is fully configurable, allowing you to create an email template with smart variables to the lead and the sales rep so that this will be used to send a personalized message. The blue icons represent information from supported fields and columns that you can add to your message to further personalize it. After reaching out to your lead with an email, they will respond and maintain contact with you via email as well. Using the email integration shown here, when an email from your lead is received, their message will be added to their item as an update automatically. And just like that, you're managing communication with your leads directly from Monday.com without having to do any manual work. Another fantastic tool in Monday.com's arsenal is the formula column. Here we can see how a formula calculates the time you spend on each opportunity. To do so, you would add a formula column to your board and then create a simple formula that calculates the time spent on each lead from the very beginning, say the first phone call, until the closing date. The formula used for this example is shown right there down at the bottom. So it's time spent equals days from the close date to the intro. And this is especially useful if you're looking to forecast future revenues from sales. Now with the Twilio integration, you can send a text message to a team leader as soon as a deal is closed. By selecting the integration rules shown here, you can customize an SMS. Once a deal is won, you can hand it over to an account manager who will take care of the user and make sure that they get the most out of your product. As with the email message we created earlier, you can click on the blue icons to add information from the supported fields and columns to your text message. Now, another great feature is the ability to create pivot tables for deep reporting. Monday.com's pivot board view will allow you to better analyze the different verticals of your board by slicing and dicing the information up. Being fully flexible and customizable, this view enables a deeper level of reporting from many different perspectives, and you can use that view on any of your boards. Here, we've used it on our sales pipeline board because we're interested to see the total commission made per employee per month. We're going to create our pivot with the sales representative as rows and columns, and the sales representatives will be rows and the groups will be columns, and then we'll display the values as the sum of the amount closed, as you see here. You can also go one step further and turn this amazing board into a heat map. With the heat map, you can now spot at a glance the highest and lowest values on your board. Dashboards are a great way to display what's important in just one place. You can create reports using data from one or several boards. In addition, dashboards are live, so they'll automatically update based on the data living in the boards to which they're connected. No need to keep maintaining them. With more than 15 available widgets, users can now understand project progress, track budget, estimate teammates' workload, and so much more. This keeps your team focused and motivated on the high-level goals and boosts productivity. Now, the first step in creating a dashboard is to select the boards you want to extract the data from. In this case, we're going to use our three boards: lead management, CRM, and sales pipeline. And once done, we can start adding widgets. The Sales Insight dashboard is the first of two dashboards that we're going to look at. In this example, we've used the following widgets: the numbers widget and the chart widget. The numbers widget is displaying the amount of qualified leads, the amount of deals closed, and the amount earned for the month of April. The chart widget is showing the amount closed for each representative, as well as the total amount earned per month. Continuing from the last slide, since we couldn't fit it all on one screen, we also have another two widgets here, the board to globe and the calendar widget. The board to globe is visualizing the location of all of your active leads on the globe. And the calendar widget is being used here to display all of the client meetings for the month of April. The sales leaderboard is our second example dashboard. And so you can use a sales leaderboard to display the performance of your team side by side. And it really can help you see at one glance which members are ahead or behind their targets. A board like this creates transparency and can motivate your team to perform at their best. Here, the number widget has been added to display the total amount closed and the average time spent per deal. The chart widget has been added to display the performance of each sales representative as well as the commission made. And finally, the text widget displays the goal for the month of April. Now, the mobile app will allow you to collaborate with your team right from the palm of your hand. It's perfect if you're on the go and want to stay in tune with your team members. You can view your dashboards, board views, and boards, and pull. You can even use it to update information the minute it becomes relevant. Use it in offline mode to collaborate with your team from the field, or even in your commute if you're back at the office or riding a subway. Now, let's recap some of the main points we've gone over. You'll first want to set up a lead management board and create a form that potential customers can fill out. Once someone fills in and completes a form, a new item in the lead board will be created and added to the new leads group without you ever having to enter a thing. You'll want to automatically do your research. Use the Clearbit integration to retrieve information about your leads, such as the industry and company size, and then update your lead management board automatically. Once you have this information, you could do things like assign leads to an SDR based on company size. Monday.com automation can be used to add that lead to your CRM and sales pipeline boards and to send notifications to team leads, giving them a heads up that they need to assign that lead to a sales agent. You can then manage communications in Monday.com automatically as well. When a qualified lead is assigned to a sales agent, Monday.com can send a welcome email to that lead on the behalf of the agent. Replies from leads can be added as updates to their items automatically, and when a deal is won, the Twilio integration can be used to send a text message to sales leadership. Now, you'll be able to connect all of your boards together with mirror columns so that all of your data is synchronized. This will allow you to display information from other boards onto a single board. And by doing so, you'll be able to visualize each phase of the sales cycle on your board. Lastly, visualizations are the greatest power of Monday.com. Board views and dashboards are a fantastic way to visualize high-level information for your teams, keeping your team focused and generating useful insights. Again, visualizations convey vast amounts of information wordlessly. Thank you for your time. Please let us know if you have any questions or if AdTech can help you set up your sales or CRM solution in the best possible way. Again, thank you for your time. Have a great day.